Hi everyone, welcome. My mic was muted and just let me know. So grateful to have you all. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let me put up my banner. As you all know, it's intuitive based, not fact based. I don't think I need to tell anybody anything about that. Let's get into the reading. So I'm doing 2 readings today. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'll just move my camera a little bit. I'm doing 2 readings today, and one of them is about what's her name? Timothee Chalamet and Kylie Jenner. So people were messaging me, writing in the comment section, please do a video, please do a video, please do a video. So I was like, you know what, let me do it. Okay, so I'll do it. If you're watching, please like the video, please share. I do see some comments already posted, so I will go back and do that after I do the reading. Because I don't like to get too much information because it messes up with my intuition. So please like the video if you're watching. Please like the live if you're watching. Please share. Please comment. I'd love to say. Please be respectful. And yeah, let's get into it. So I did pre-shuffle some cards. I have my Palo Santo. I did all the good to release some good juju. Yeah, so let's get into it. Intuitively, I feel like there's a lot of mystery behind what's going on, and that's kind of like pulling people in, drawing people in, which is what the Kardashians are great at. They're really, especially Kris Jenner, the mother. She's great at getting people to click. She's like the clickbait queen, visual clickbait queen, um, media clickbait queen. She's just really good at getting people to watch things that they've done, to support things that they've done, even if she has to lie to do it. So with the Emperor and the Empress, interesting. So if you watch my channel, you'll know consistently, and you've seen other videos I've done throughout the years. It's been 2 years, in 2 months, it's been 2 years, crazy. You'll know that I have always said when there is one of each, so like King of Wands, Queen of Wands, King of Cups, Queen of Cups, that there's soulmate energy. So the Emperor and the Empress. Whether, I don't believe in the Western idea of soulmates. I definitely believe in karmic soulmates. I believe in soulmates that come to be our teammates, that come to be our family members, that come to be not our physical family members, but our soul, like our soul tribe, we'll often hear people say. So I definitely see a deep connection here. Soulmate doesn't have to be romantic, there's certain people that just feel like home, and I think that they are getting to know one another and they just feel good together. So with Knight of Wands and 10 of Wands, I see Timothée lives in New York, right? I see him moving closer to where she is. Now, I don't think that this is necessarily a relationship already. I think it could evolve to being one. But there's a lot of people around him that feel like he's too young to deal with her baggage. She has 2 kids. Not saying that somebody who has 2 kids should not be in a relationship or are not worthy of having love again in their lives, but we have to be honest with ourselves whether the person that we're with is willing to take on the duty of being a parent or being put second. And trust me, I've been there. Not most, actually, a lot of the guys I've dated have kids, and it's not easy. It's not an easy situation, especially when it's young children. So I see at the bottom of the deck him kind of like going back and forth of the energy of, should I stay single or should I embark in this? He's having very polarized thinking about this. He feels for her. There's definitely a lot of feeling, strong feeling, but he doesn't know if it's worth putting effort into, only to be put second, only to be does anybody know his birth chart? I remember doing a video on him, but I forgot his sun sign. I know she's a Leo. She's a sun in Leo. But I see him being more like Um, he's definitely not a fire sign. Definitely not a fire sign. I see him being more like earth. So the thing about earth signs, it's very hard to get them to commit if it's a volatile situation, which can appear like that to some people, especially because he's also very young. And so is she, but I feel like she's had a different. Oh, you see, yes, he's a Capricorn. Exactly. Thank you, Luna. Yeah, he's definitely got Earth sign energy. I feel love Earth sign. But he does feel very strong. I don't know if Sun and Capricorn and Sun and Leo is a good match. I don't know what you guys think, but it sounds like a disaster to me. Sun and Capricorn, Sun and Leo sounds like an absolute disaster to me. But I think um, they have deep feelings for one another. Deep, deep, deep. They go very deep. They go lifetimes deep. But I don't think it's the kind of same, right? I don't think it's a good Sun and Leos and Sun and Capricorn because Leos, I love. If I had a favorite sign all the time, be Leo. Leos love to be free. They love to like. They're very. I don't know if Kylie's like this. That's not the energy I pick up about her, which is very interesting that she's a Leo, and I don't pick up that energy. She could be like that in her real life. And I've done a Kardashian series, so please check that out, guys. I did it when I first started my very first. I mean, when I first started the channel, I did a breakdown of the family dynamic. I did each one of them. It's when I had a lot of time because I was only working part time because of um, the situation that was going on in the world. But I see very strongly here that he is overweight. The thing about Leos, Sun and Leos, they're very spontaneous, you know, but he is too logical. He's like, okay, it has to be like this, which makes sense that he's a Capricorn. So the King of Swords, Four of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. This isn't going to last very long. It's not going to last very long. Past August, which her birthday might be in August. Something's gonna happen on her birthday. Knight of Cups. Oh my gosh. Wow. He's not going to show up for her on her birthday like she expects. And there's a lot of that family has a lot of expectations for men. And that's one of the reasons why I feel like their relationships haven't ended well. Um, I just recorded a long deep dive video about Kim Kardashian and her exes, what we can learn from them. And one of the things that I picked up on, you have to watch the rest of it, but one of the things I picked up on is that there's been a lot of expectation from about the men in the Kardashians' life. I didn't say necessarily the Kardashians, but definitely in her life. And they put it on other people. So I come from a family of lots of women. And I think sometimes when we get together, we can only see the negatives that men are doing, you know? And I see that energy in this family. I get that very strongly. So what do you say, Luna? Thank you for your commentary, Luna. Thank you for watching. So I think Capricorn is more centered in their careers and stuff. They're always working. And exactly. 100%. And I was with a Capricorn for a very long time. And it wasn't, I'm a Sun in Aquarius. It's not a good match. I don't think I would date a Capricorn again. Capricorns and Libras are the two signs I don't think I would date again. And Scorpios. As friends, Scorpios are great. But not not romantically within Aquarius. I think we're very, very different. But I was with the Capricorn for a very long time and I just felt very like stifled. I felt like I couldn't be myself, you know? Yeah, it wasn't that pleasurable of an experience. I just felt like I was constantly and I'm a Sun Aquarius, opposite of Leos, even though we're opposite, we have similar some things are very similar about us. Something that's similar about us is that we love freedom. We love to be free. And I think Capricorns, especially as partners, Sun and Capricorns, Venus and Capricorns, they are very possessive over the person that they're with. And we don't do all of that. Leos don't do all of that. So, like I said, he's going to do something. He's not going to show up for her around her birthday the way that she wants him to, and that's going to be the end of their relationship. So love to have to say. Let me go back and look at this comment somebody put up. Okay, so thank you so much, Pumpkin at Night, Midnight. That's so cute. I love that. I really, really love that name, Pumpkin at Midnight. Like Cinderella, she turns to Pumpkin at Midnight. Is it her that turns to Pumpkin at Midnight? Somebody turns to Pumpkin at Midnight. Please, I would love to hear the reason behind Pumpkin at Midnight. If you're rewatching this later, please let me know. Who was it that turned to Pumpkin at Midnight? But anyways, would love to know Timothee's reaction when he saw his fans' reactions. I think he needs some management. Other Tyros said someone from his team is stealing money from him. He knows, but has no idea who. I did pick that up though. I don't know if you guys have watched my Timothee video. I have picked up there's someone in his management that's not trustworthy. I saw a woman when I did it, a feminine energy. I did go back and watch my Timothee video. I have done quite a few, and I did one solely about him, and I did pick up for somebody in his management. It's not good news. He's not surrounded, and I picked this up too. He's not surrounded by very good people. He is a Nepo baby, whether we want to admit it or not, from what I could see, or he grew up with a lot of money. I know that he was influenced to be in the industry more than he wanted to be. And then somebody wrote back, oh, he's wanted to act since he was a kid. That's not what I said. I said he has been influenced and pushed into entertainment. He's been pushed into certain things more than he's wanted to be in it. And his logical side's like, well, I don't want to do this. But then he's like, I have to. Because a lot of the time, Sun and Capricorns will do things they don't want to do for their career because they think it's the right thing to do. And that's what I see him doing. Okay, so let's look at some of the comments. Timothee, thank you for the comment, Luna. Timothee doesn't fit in the Kardashian world. I really can't see him engaging with them. He thinks a lot different from what I see, definitely. But like I said, I think he does certain things to advance in his career. And this is one of them. But I actually do think he feels like a soulmate connection with him. Oh, sorry, my chair just moved. I was getting all worked up when I was moving my chair. I do think he feels somewhat of a connection to her. It might not be sustainable. And that's something I've had to learn over and over. That just because you feel a strong connection with somebody doesn't mean that you're going to be in a healthy relationship with them. Doesn't mean that they're ready to be in a relationship, Doesn't mean that you will be with them. Sometimes you can just have a strong connection with somebody, and then that's that. And you can just leave it alone and acknowledge it and move on with your life. So, yeah. Next, Megan. Hi, Megan. Oh, thank you so much for commenting and watching. Thanks for doing another to me. Of course, anytime. I am kind of like trying to do... I was very shocked about this news when I got lots of messages and I got a lot of comments saying I should do it. And I was like, let me do it. Because in the beginning I wasn't going to, because I was like, this seems a little... Every time the Kardashians do something, I'm like, is this real? So, yeah. Tweety. Hi, Tweety Birdie. Oh, what a cute avatar. It's really so pretty. Hey, I'm kind of new to your channel. Love your readings and your energy. Oh, thank you so much. I try. Don't get on my bad side. I say this all the time. I'm an Aquarius. I'm very sweet, but when people push my buttons, they get the devil from me. Okay, so let me just I pulled some last cards. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Lots of love to you all. I pulled some last cards, and I'm going to conclude this. Then I'm going to move on to Camila Cabello and Shawn Mendes. The Hermit, Two of Pentacles, and Page of Wands. So this is going to give them both a resurgence. Maybe I should do a Kylie Jenner and Bad Bunny video. Let me know in the comment section if you think I should do a Kylie Jenner and Bad Bunny video. Obviously, I just recorded my last batch. And, yeah. By the way, I'm a Leo. Good for you. How is that? Do you find, I mean, I don't want you to, I don't believe in speaking badly about the person that you're with. So, but I just would love to hear your opinion about what it's like being with a Aquarius guy. Aquarius guys are not for me. Most guys I've dated have been Aquarius, actually. It's just not for me. Not for me. But I do know that I need to be with a fire sign or Gemini. For me personally, I need a fire sign. I think Aquarius needs to be with a fire sign. Or, well, I don't want to push that on other people, but I just know for myself, I need to be with a fire sign. 100%. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. That should be the person that I should be with. So with the Chariot, 5 Pentacles, he needs to be very, very careful dealing with her. Very careful, because the mother, Chris, might leave him in a PR, like, do what they do to these guys. Use them and then leave them with no money and so forth. So he has to be very, very careful. Let me know, guys. Actually, I'm going to do a poll tonight. If you guys want me to do a Kendall, excuse me, I called Kylie Kendall earlier. Kendall and Bad Bunny video. Let me know. Okay, let me read some more comments. We've been married for almost 20. Good for you. Oh, I love that. Thank you for sharing that, Megan. That's really beautiful and lots of respect. You know, people, when they've been married for a long time, I give you props and thank you for sharing that. You know, that's the thing. I really think, speaking as an Aquarius, and I've been looking at, you know, when you get to a certain age and you're like, okay, what kind of relationships have worked? What kind of relationships haven't worked? And for me, the reason why I need a fire sign is because I need somebody, this sounds horrible, when I want to give up on a relationship, to fight for it, and vice versa, you know? Aquarius, sometimes we can be very like, sometimes when I find myself in relationships and I'm like, okay, instead of, I don't know how to explain it. Instead of, I just love drive, and I think fire signs have a lot of drive. I think it's the most attractive quality in somebody who gets up, works, puts in the effort. That's like Aquarius, we love that. But when somebody isn't like that, we don't want to force people to be like that. We just leave, you know? And fire signs challenge us enough to want to stay, if that makes any sense. So thank you for sharing that, Megan. Yeah, fire signs and earth signs belong together, period. I believe that too. And I've dated other, I mean, obviously I've dated, like I said, I've dated Scorpio, it didn't go well. Pisces, didn't go well. I think they're too emotional for me, personally speaking. I think Aquarius, we don't like when people show too much emotion, because we're not very emotional people. We like things to be happy, fun for the most part. We like to keep things light. We don't like heaviness. We don't like, it's just not us, you know? So that's why fire sign to me, and Gemini. I could see myself with a Gemini or Aries or Sagittarius, just not any other sign. Maybe I don't see myself as a Virgo or Capricorn. Capricorn was horrible for me. But yeah. So let's move on. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'm going to change my deck. I'm going to swap out my deck for a moment. So I will be back in a minute or two. So just go grab some water, food, whatever you want. And I will meet you guys back here in a minute or two. Okay, hi everybody, welcome back. Just have to change out my card deck, some Palo Santo and stuff like that, clear out the energy. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Yeah, so let's continue. Shawn, Mendes, and Camila Cabello. So a few people commented, please do a video on Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello. You know, so I was like, okay, I should. I really, really should. I actually live in Camila Cabello City, which is very interesting. I live in Miami. And I've done a few videos on her. I did predict that they were going to break up. A lot of people were like, they're not going to, blah, blah, blah. It happened when? December? Like December a year and a half ago. That's when I moved to Miami, actually. So let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. I'm just going to write down Shawn Mendes. That's what I'm covering right now. Okay, so I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Let's pull the energy. Sorry, I just did that right by my microphone. Let's pull the energies. And what's going on with them recently? Okay. So, interesting. I think, and Shawn Mendes is son in Leo. And it's funny because I was just talking about Leo. that I think that Shawn Mendes feels indebted. Leos are the most loyal people I've ever met. Leos are so loyal, and that's the number one quality that I love about Leos. The loyalty is amazing, but sometimes it's to your detriment, especially with people. I'm just talking to Leos in general, especially with people that are hurtful and that can't get themselves up, And I think similar to Aquarius in that way, that sometimes Leos will surround themselves with people that they want to help and motivate, but they have to learn that the biggest help anyone can do is for themselves, So with the Sun, Knight of Wands, and Ace of Crystals, which in the traditional deck is Pentacles, I see very strongly here that Shawn feels responsible in some way because I think he broke up with her before. He feels responsible in some way for the fact that she doesn't seem very happy. But she's a Sun in Pisces. I appreciate Sun in Pisces for many reasons. Very compassionate. They teach. In fact, I had a Pisces ex that taught me so much. Taught me compassion. Taught me so much about life, and I am very grateful. But something about Pisces is that they can be very passive aggressive, and I don't like passive aggressive. Oh my gosh, it drives me crazy. And they can also, I explained this in one of my videos that I did when I did this video about I dated whatever sign. They can also take things way too personally and blame you years later for something that happened years before. And I think she came to him, 9 of Wands, because 9 of Wands is about taking inventory, looking at your life, like writing diaries, going through things that have happened to you before. I think she went to him and said, you hurt me. She basically put the blame on him a lot. And being a Sun in Leo, and I think he has predominant Leo in his chart. I think his Venus is in Leo too. Looks like it. He took the blame. And he was like, okay, what can I do? Because fire signs are very action oriented. They are great at taking accountability for the most part. The boss of the deck, 3 of Cups, they decided to, for now, be on friendly terms. And he apologized to her. I did say that this can happen. One of the predictions I said he was going to apologize to her. And he was going to tell her it's going to be definitely one-sided, which is unfortunate. But he too seems like a very sweet soul. I just did a video about Johnny Depp, an update. And similar energy. I get very sweet energy, very sweet soul. Yeah. very like kind, and like if somebody comes to him with something, he's like, you know what, I can work on that. You know what, I can do that. You know what, I can. And that's what I find one of the most endearing qualities about Leos is that you can go to them and say, and actually some Sagittarius that I dated, I did the same. You can go to them and say, hey, this is how I feel. And they're like, you know what? I received that. Doesn't have to be like big ego. And it's funny because people think Leos have big egos, but I haven't experienced that. I've experienced a very similar energy of I've went to them and said, this made me feel like this. And they're like, you know what? You're right. And I'm sorry for that. And he has taken accountability for how he made her feel. And she's told him towards the end, I felt alone. Towards the end, I felt like this. And he's like, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry. So the Knight of Cups, Eight of Swords, Ten of Cups. He wants to give her the freedom of being able. It's very sweet. This is the best gift. I wish some of my exes had done this. He wants to give her the freedom to be at peace with how things ended, you know? Which is, wow, I just felt the freedom when I said that, which is very interesting. But you know what I'm talking about? There's those exes that will just never give you freedom, never like acknowledge what they did, never ever give you the time of day to make peace with how you felt. It's funny, I was watching Vanderpump Rules, one of the reality stars. She has a podcast called Shenanigans. Such a smart name. Her name's Sheena. And she had an ex on, and they played this game that said, am I crazy? Was I crazy for this? Was I crazy for that? It's really very smart. And she said, was I crazy for? And it just took me back to like, you have those exes that make you feel crazy, and they really do. People are like, nobody can make you feel a certain way. Some people can, and they know they have that power, so they use it against you. And not in like some people it is vindictive, that's the reality of it. But some just have no idea that they've done it. And then when you go to them to confront them, it's just like, I never did that. So I really like how he is approaching her, and he's doing it in a way that I receive it, and thank you for that. Because now, Sassy, they can move on with that information. So I don't see them getting back together. They just wanted to have a final conversation, and then move on. Yeah, very powerful. And I'm very proud of him for doing that, It's not an easy thing to face somebody that you've done wrong and say sorry. I think it's one of the hardest things anyone can do. So thank you so much for coming, everybody. I'm going to end it there because I have to eat and go to the gym. But I have some new videos coming for you. I'm doing a deep dive. Very exciting. Just did a long deep dive, very, very long. Went longer than I thought because I was having so much fun doing it. And then another video. So I have 2 long videos coming up for you. The end of this week, the beginning of next week. So does anybody have last comments they have to say about anything? I'm really happy to have you all. So grateful. You guys have no idea how grateful I am. So thank you for everything. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. And it means